Vítáme vás do domu First White House of the Confederacy. Domek je 187 let starý.
She really brings that sense of patriotism to people who they may be questioning their patriotism, and she can turn them in a heartbeat. They can walk out here waving the American flag and being proud of it.
I never believed the day would come that I would be at the White House of the Confederacy and a group of Maxwell officers would come in with international students and one of them would be Czech. For the fun of it, I call myself a canceled Czech because most people don't recognize that little country. It's only 10 million people and it's the heart of Europe. And it actually has not had a democracy, nothing but for 20 years. I had a childhood, but the only emotion that I knew was fear. He came to his office one day, a guy was seated behind his desk, and he said, "You're a capitalist, you own too much, and we cannot have that. We have confiscated your business, it now belongs to the state." And my father said no and walked out. And the next day he was arrested for conspiracy against the government. We were put into a cell with 500 women and children. You're looking down that hallway, there's not a guard there. You're seeing your children dying, starving to death. You still have enough energy and life left in you to do something for your children. So she walks down that hallway. She opens the door, which could have meant anything, and we're on the street of Budapest. You couldn't have any political affiliations, you couldn't have any kind of family diseases like tuberculosis. You had to have certain priorities before the United States said, "We'll accept you." My father took me to Cedar Rapids Airport, put me on the airplane, and I flew to Austin, Texas by myself with a wedding gown and $5 in my pocketbook to marry Frank Charles Newman. And that's how our life started. We went out together to movies and went to the base, to Gary's Air Force Base, to the club to go dancing, and tried to teach me how to drive a car because my father did not believe that ladies should drive, they should be driven. Crazy probably. When I got into the military with Frank, which was totally alien to me, except Nazi uniforms, the communist uniforms, everything negative. And I was going to be married to a man that wore a uniform. My immediate mindset, this is not good. And then watching him go through the training and watching the structure of the military and how they take care of their families and how proud they are that they are guarding their nation instead of destroying their nation, started developing an unbelievably passionate thing in my life to live for. Frank didn't get to finish what he wanted to do, to get the Czech heart out into the world because we were so small so other people could grasp what that nation is like. So I have to continue somehow. So I have to sponsor and teach these Czechs, don't do this, but do this. Because like one of the first things they asked me, there's a church on every corner, but where are the pubs? I bring them here as if they were at home, cook the same kind of food maybe, and we talk about the Czech Republic, and then we start comparing. Well, we do it this way. Well, we do it this way. And wouldn't it be better if we did it this way? And I think that's what sponsoring means, that they become better people than they were before they came here.
She loves this country. She's given several sons and a husband to this country. Her husband was killed in Vietnam. And she's really earned the right to be an American.
We gave everything. We gave our heritage, we gave our language, we gave everything for an intangible called freedom that this nation gave us. And it's my utmost obligation till I take my last breath to pay back to a nation that so graciously adopted